Okay, looking at question number 8. It says a triangle has a base of 9 centimeters and a height of 8 centimeters. What is the side length of a square that is equivalent to the triangle? So I like to kind of make note of whatever information I've been given. So I'm working with a triangle, and it's got a base of 9 centimeters. It's got a height of 8 centimeters. And then I'm told that I've got a square and a triangle that are equivalent. So if they're equivalent, that means they have the same area. Okay? So we've got enough information here for the triangle to figure out. So from this information, we've got enough information to then find the area of the triangle. So we'll find the area of the triangle first. And the area of the triangle, of course, is half the base times the height, or base times height divided by 2, whichever you're more comfortable with. So we can take half the base, half times 9, times the height, which is 8, and we multiply that out, and we get 36 centimeters. Okay, so we've got our area of the triangle. Once we've got the area of the triangle, now we'll go ahead and find the area of the square, which, since it's a square, both sides are equal, so the area is equal to s squared. We've been told now that the area is the area of the triangle, so 36 is equal to s squared. That means that s is equal to the square root of 36, right? Because we're taking the square root of both sides, and the square root of 36 is 6. So therefore, the side length is 6 centimeters. Number 9. It says find the side of a square equivalent to, okay, and then they give us, we've got 4 different problems we need to solve. So 9a, we've got an 8 centimeter by 12 centimeter rectangle. So we've got a rectangle that's 8 by 12, and we want to find the measurement of the side of a square that's equivalent. Right, so we're looking for S. It's a square. So the first thing we need to do is find the area of that rectangle. So the area of the rectangle, 8 by 12, which is 96 square centimeters. Once we've got that, now we can look at a square. And the area here is S squared, right? The two sides times each other. We now know that the area is 96 because they're equivalent. That's equal to S squared. Therefore, S is equal to the square root of 96, because we're taking the square root of both sides, and the square root of 96 is equal to 9.8 centimeters. Part B says we've got a right triangle. So that's telling us we've got a right angle triangle, and they tell us that they tell us all 3 sides. So it's 6.7 centimeters, 6 centimeters, and 3 centimeters. Clearly this is not exactly drawn to scale. Not too bad though. Area of a triangle, half the base times the height, or base times height divided by 2, whichever you prefer. Half the base is 3 times the height is 6. Right, so we've got a height of 6 and a base of 3. Multiply that out, and we end up with 9 centimeters squared. Now we're looking for a square that has the same area. Area is equal to s squared. So 9 is equal to s squared. Therefore, s is equal to the square root of 9, which is equal to 3. Okay, so we've got a square with a side of 3. Okay, this time we've got a trapezoid with a base of 12 and a top, which is 4, and a height, which is 8. So the area of the trapezoid, remember, is 1/2. The top and the bottom, 12 plus 4, times the height. Or you can do it as, they refer to as B1 plus B2 times h divided by 2, however you want to do it. So we've got 1/2 times 16 times the height of 8, and you multiply that out, and you end up with 64. Once you've got that, we look for the square that is the same. So the area is equal to s squared. We've got an area of 64, which is equal to s squared. So s is the square root of 64, right? We're doing the square root of both sides. And therefore the square root of 64 is equal to 8. Finally, part D. We've got a rhombus, and they give us two diagonals. So we've got diagonal 1 is 5 centimeters, and diagonal 2 is equal to 10 centimeters. The area of that rhombus, diagonal 1 times diagonal 2, divided by 2. Or we could also say it as 1/2 d1 times d2. So with that, we've got 5 times 10 divided by 2, which is equal to 25 centimeters squared. Once we've got that area, now we can look at a square. The area of the square is s squared. We've now got, because it's equivalent squares and the rhombus are equivalent, they have the same area. So s squared is equal to 25. Therefore, s is equal to the square root of 25. Therefore, s is equal to 5.